Good morning, my Marshmallow MBA friends and family. Welcome to Marshmallow Monday. I hope everyone is having a good start to the month. As you can imagine, it has been chaos here at Marshmallow MBA, both in the kitchens and in the back office. December is always our most frantic time. Really, Thanksgiving is a frantic time. So, as you may have noticed, I've had some technology difficulties the last week with posting, so hopefully today goes better. Just a couple things to talk about. For those of you joining us today for the first time, welcome. Marshmallow Monday Live is something that started during the pandemic. Now we're not quite live, but we always do like to connect with our followers on Mondays. Marshmallow Monday, I think, should be a thing. Not sure why it isn't yet, but we're working on that. So what I try to do in these sessions is engage with you in a different way. Sometimes we talk about new products. Sometimes we talk about things that are going on in the candy community. Other times I'm just yammering on about something that I think is interesting. Today might be a little bit of that. But before we go there, a couple things to let you know about. One, please put your questions and comments in the comments feed. I do go back through there and take a look at those and use those to inform future topics, future Marshmallow Monday conversations. But also it lets me know what's resonating, what isn't resonating, keeps me a little bit smarter. A lot of times I'm working alone. And so what I think is funny, not everybody else thinks is funny. So the comments help me to know what works and what doesn't work. If you're feeling shy about putting something up in the public space, you are always welcome to email me at info@marshmallowmba.com. That comes straight to my inbox, and I'll take a look and get back to you as quick as I can. So it's December 5th. How the hell that happened, I have no idea. Our wholesale orders are wrapping up. Our last wholesale orders will actually ship by the 13th. That will be it for wholesale this year, and we are fully and wholly, no pun intended, sold out for the year on wholesale. We've actually shipped later this year than we have in the past. That's because of demand, and so we're accommodating wherever we can. Retail orders ship the week of the 12th. We will ship those through the 15th. You have until this Thursday, the 8th, to get your orders in. So if you're still looking for stocking stuffers, if you're still looking for some unique office gifts, I can help you out with those. Check out the shop. That's at marshmallowmba.com. And you'll see a button to shop in the top row. So because it's the holidays, people are always looking for unique gifts. People are looking for different things and want to be thoughtful and want to be unique, want to be special, want to have special gifts. And I appreciate that greatly. You don't have a niche candy business, gourmet marshmallows, if you don't appreciate the unique, if you don't appreciate custom and customer requests. But I want to talk about something that you don't hear a lot, particularly when we're talking about small businesses or being small businesses talking in the same space. And I want to talk about the power of no. My best friend said to me a few months back that she had heard an affirmation and shared it. And that affirmation is, no is a complete sentence. And as a business owner, I'm thinking to myself, not always. But the more I thought about it, I recognized there's some power in that maybe small business owners forget about. Maybe medium-sized business owners forget about it. Large business owners do not forget the power of no, because they already own their power. But as small businesses, I think we do a lot of accommodations where we can. One, revenue. But two, there is that essence of goodwill, and we want to have a more personal touch. One of the things with having a small business is you are able to pivot in a lot of ways that larger businesses can't. We can do, Marshmallow MBA can do custom requests, and we do where we can. And what I've had to recognize is I can say no and empower myself by saying saying yes to some, but not yes to all. Whether it is because of efficiency, whether it is because it's not my business model, whether it is because of timing. There are a lot of reasons that I have to say no. I've talked about this before, that I'm real willing to say no to myself, but not always as willing to say no to other people. And when I say no to myself, basically, I will say, hey, here's an idea. Maybe we should try X. And within 5 seconds of saying, maybe we should try X, I immediately come up with 6 reasons why we shouldn't. There's a certain piece of devil's advocacy that you have to have. You have to be critical of the decisions that you make as a small business owner. But at the same time, I got to get out of my own way. And I've been saying that now for a while and working on it. It does not come easily. But saying no to other people can be more difficult. I think there's the fear that, if I say no to them, they might never come back and place another order. Yep, always a possibility. But I have people I haven't said no to who haven't come back and placed another order. So, no harm, no foul there. So, sometimes with custom orders, people make requests that I just can't accommodate. And I think it's important to understand that I'm not saying no arbitrarily. Most of the time, it's related to our processes. It's related to our bandwidth. It's very difficult. It would be very difficult to accommodate an order of, for example, 1 or 2 pieces of 6 different flavors, 1 piece of 12 different flavors. Not something that I can accommodate in the middle of holiday season. Because it's not just a matter of, I have these things sitting on the shelf. I can just cut them, throw them in a box, and good to go. Every order we do is made to order. Every order we do is handmade. It is a minimum day and a half process. From the cook to the pack to the ship. Minimum day and a half. And so sometimes we do have to say no to that. There's also the issue of efficiency. We talked about efficiency because I just can't fit it into the process. But there's also the issue of, if we're doing single item orders, single piece flavor orders, or more than 2 flavors in a box, my packaging has to change for that because you can't put everything together. You'll notice if you get a mixed dozen from us or the mixed half dozens, those marshmallows are all packed differently than they would be if you got a full dozen. Some flavors have to be segmented from each other because there's flavor transfer in the bag. Some, if I pack them together. Some flavors have to be packed separately because, you don't want your vanilla or a white flavor looking filthy because it's been sitting next to chocolate. So there's different things that have to happen in order to accommodate custom orders. I love custom orders. I love them with a little lead time. And when I say a little lead time, 30 days is fantastic on a custom order. If it's a wedding, we get lots more lead time. We're booked out for weddings 6 months in advance because it's 100 to 200 pieces minimum. The other times we have to say no is quantity of order. For example, if you're buying wholesale from us, the largest size case we produce is 96 individually wrapped pieces of a product. Now we can turn 96 pieces around in the usual lead time. What I can't turnaround our 1,000 pieces in 10 days. So our lead time for retail orders and for wholesale orders, 11 to 14 days. We try to do better on the retail because it's smaller quantity. Wholesale, larger quantity, obviously, you need a little more time. But if we get an order for 1,000 pieces of product and someone wants it in 2 weeks, I have pushed back on that because it's just not something I can accommodate, particularly if it's during the time of year that we've received pre-orders. Retail, unless it's a wedding, which doesn't really fall into retail, but retail's usually not pre-orders. That's going to be a week out, 10 days out. Wholesale customers, we accept orders up to 6 months in advance. If you're on Fair, if you're on Mabel, if you are a reseller, you can go to our website. You can go to any of the wholesale portals that we're on. Mabel, Fair, IndieMe, Tundra. That's enough. You can go there and you'll see what we have available for pre-order. So, as I said at the beginning, Christmas wholesale has wrapped up for us in terms of orders. Well, guess what's going up online at the end of the week? Valentine's Day. I know, I can't. But in order to get the pre-order so we can get you in line for production and get product to you a month ahead of Valentine's Day, which is mid-January, we have to have those orders in advance. So I think to wrap this up, again, I try to keep these short and sweet. Some people may think I've gone on too long already. But to wrap it up, I think as small business owners, as growing business owners, we have to keep our eye on the prize. And sometimes that does mean saying no. So don't be afraid to say it. Maybe don't say it to yourself as much as I do. But don't be afraid to own your work, own your worth, and know what you can and what you can't accommodate. And have enough self-respect to know that to say to the customer, because of the quality of our product, because of the consistency of our product, we are unable to do this at this time. Can I help you in some other way? For us, it's saying I can do a mix of 2 flavors in a dozen for my retail customers. Or maybe we split delivery times. Okay, I can get you this in the next 10 days. And then the rest of your order, the rest of your interest, I can get to you 2 weeks later. So we make accommodations where you can, but own that sometimes you have to say no and be willing to do it. And that's my message. No is a complete sentence. And it's a powerful thing. So hopefully that's not too like Debbie Downer for here in this holiday season of joy and all of that. So to wrap up today, that was our message. Next week it'll be something else. Next week it may be, I don't know what next week's going to be yet. I don't know what the end of this week's going to be like. So get your orders in if you're still looking for a gift, if you're still looking for something special. We ship nationwide, as well as to Canada, and we can ship to Puerto Rico, but I think we're out of line right now to ship to those two. We could probably still make Puerto Rico by Christmas. Canada, I don't know, because their export and import gets a little jacked up. So get your orders in by the end of the week. We're shipping next week. For those of you local to York County, Pennsylvania, or Northern Virginia, we can arrange for local pickup. Select local pickup as your delivery option, and we will make arrangements with you to pick up by appointment. Or you've got one other option this year if you're in York County. I will be participating in a flea market / mini con at Comic Store West with our friend Brian on December 17th. I'll be there from 9 to 4. I'll have a limited number of products. Yes, there will be bourbon Rice Krispie treats. Yes, there will be Naughty Girl Scout. Those are the two things I know I'm going to have. I'll have some mystery bags. But if there's a flavor that you're specifically looking for, like one of our 12 Days of Christmas flavors, you can order in advance and pick up at Comic Store West on the 17th. If you're ordering crispy treats, I would kind of recommend that because then they're going to be the freshest ones you're going to get. Not that they're ever stale. I mean, how bad can it be when it's bourbon, brown butter, and Rice Krispies? It's bourbon marshmallows. We're not messing around here. Those of you who have had it have lived to tell the tale and could tell the tale, actually, in the spirit of the season. My final request of you today, if you've had our products and enjoyed them, would you please leave a review for us on our Google business profile? I was a little surprised this week to discover we only have 7 reviews. And with the way we've done business this year, I definitely could use more of those. It also helps with our Google rankings. So if you're in the mood, if you're feeling charitable and generous this holiday season, if you're feeling generous, make an order. But also if you'd leave a review, would be super appreciated from all of us on the Marshmallow MBA team. So thanks for joining me for Marshmallow Monday. It's always good to know that there are people out there listening, and I will see you next week. Thanks a lot. Have a great week.